Hey guys, my name's John, and I want to welcome you to my channel, Appalachian Creative. And if you're a subscriber to this channel, then you've probably seen this old lathe that I bought about 6 months ago. I bought it from an old guy that said this lathe had been handed down through his family out the years. And he didn't know a whole lot about it. But I've started doing some checking on it, and it comes out that this thing was built sometime between 1906 and 1913. And from the information I can find on the internet, it was actually used in the Henry Ford plant built in Louisville, Kentucky in 1913. So it has a pretty good history over the years. And the only thing I can find on it is a number stamped in it that says 5. So they did say that the lathes on the lineup were numbered, so this probably was the number 5 lathe in the lineup. But after that, it looks like it had gone through several branches of the military from the way it's been painted, because it's got blue, green, and tan paint on it. And it's been modified a lot through over the years, because these things originally were belt driven. They didn't have any power back then because it's all done by steam engines and used big long belts from an overhead drive system. And then it was upgraded to this 3-phase motor sometime in the past. And my plan is to rewire it to convert it from 3-phase to single-phase, because I don't have 3-phase power in my shop. But I'm going to try to get started on this thing. I haven't had a chance to work on it because we've been really busy at work. Well, it's been a few days since I was working on this thing. I was going to try to work on it this week while it was nice and warm. Now it's getting cold. They're calling for rain tonight, and it's supposed to rain the next 3 or 4 days. So I'm going to try to get this motor off and set it down on the ground so I can get started on it. And I was noticing this strange little wedge lock pulley system here. I've never messed with one of those before, but if it works like I think it does, it's probably going to be pretty easy to get off. This probably works better than the newer systems they use today. But I've got all the paint that I can get scraped off of it. And so I guess it's ready to go ahead and put inside. There's a little bit of stuff right here that I can kind of scrape a little bit better. But big thing is the big chunks are off and getting this motor off, and so I can get it inside. I'm not going to unhook more of the electrical wires on it than I have to, because as you can see in right there, it's untelling how old this thing is right here. Looks like it still works, but I don't know where you'd ever find those fuses at. And I don't know, I didn't see how they had it hooked up, so this was probably all bypassed. I don't know why they ran it through there and into here. They could have just tied it in right there. But what I'm going to do is I guess just unhook it here and pull this wire out so I don't have to fool with this mess in here. Here's another reason I want to change it out. I could always get an inverter, but these wires in here are really bad shape, and everything I've read says that when you put an inverter on 3-phase, you actually lose power, so I don't want to deal with that either. So what I'm going to do is get this off and then put the other motor on, get it working first before I start yanking wires, because I don't want to have to try to figure out how to put it back. everything's a little aggravating now where I had my casting, or my hand in a cast for so long I've lost strength in my hand, and it hurts my finger really bad when I put a lot of pressure on it. So I've been trying to do as much as I can left-handed, but I'm not really good with my left hand. These bolts are coming out a whole lot easier than I ever thought they would, though. Well, it don't have a bolt back there. I've got a whole set of ratchet wrenches, and just so happens the one I needed here I can't find. That's usually the way it goes, though. I guess I should have tried to get this pulley loose before I messed with that set of bolts that holds it on, holds the motor down. Huh. Well, they're already loose. I guess that's a good thing. Oh, that was not. There we go. I guess I better not lose them. So if this thing works like I think it does, I should just be able to, there we go. Now, how do you get that thing out? Oh, there we go. Well, let me put the camera down and see if I can get this thing off. Well, it took some wiggling, but I finally got it loose. So this thing is tapered, and it just wedges up in there. When you tighten those Allen keys down, or Allen screws, it just wedges it in, locks it in. I like that a lot better than the newer systems. Alright, let's see if we can get this motor off here. Well, that went a lot better than I thought it was going to. It looks a little smaller without that big motor sitting on top of it. My other motor's about half that size, so maybe it won't look like such a beast. Well, I was finally able to wiggle this thing in here. I only had about 3 inches of room on each side. I wish I'd have tried to do it a little bit earlier while my guys were still here. Could have got somebody to guide me through. But I just took my time and I bumped the door on this side over here a little bit, and I seen it move, so I knew I was too close. So I just had to keep wiggling from side to side until I got it through there. My wife's going to kill me when she comes in the morning and see this thing sitting in the door anyway. But we don't use this bay for anything because the guys don't like this 2-post lift. But I like it. I use it a lot. But where I've been off hurt and sick, they've piled it full of stuff, and so I'm gonna have to try to get this cleared out tomorrow, because I use this a lot for a workbench. I'll usually lay a piece of wood across there, and that way I can raise it up and down. And when I rebuilt the engine for my excavator, that's where I done it, was right there. It works out really good. But I'm gonna work a little bit on this evening and pray she don't kill me in the morning.